morning.
It is day 46.
It is Wednesday the 21st of June.
It is the longest day of the year.
Most trains.
Maximum daylight.
Maximum trainage.
Maximum trainage. What? We're going to Gloucester, we're going to Ludlow, we're going into Wales, we're going to end up the day in Bristol. Do you want to say it?
To the trains!
Calling at the following principal stations: Ludlow, Shrewsbury, Crewe, Wilmslow, Stockport, and Manchester Piccadilly.
On Arriva Wales. We like Arriva Wales. Next week we might actually be having a trip into visit the social media team at Arriva Wales in Cardiff. Hi guys, in advance. I wish we were doing that thing where we're going to offer to take over their Instagram for a day, where we post on behalf of Arriva Wales. We're coming into Leicester. I'm fascinated by this because, do you know, it took me until like the third decade of my life, into my 30s, to work out how to spell the word subtle correctly. And it took me into the fourth decade of my life, into my 40s, to realise that it was Leicester and not Leominster. Bicester, Salisbury, Leominster. Oh, there's a nice little, look at that. That's nice. Leicester.
We are now at Leicester. The next stop is Ludlow.
By the way, Vicky, there's a castle in Ludlow, but we've only got 10 minutes there to change. Also, we still don't know if it's... Is it Shrewsbury or how did you pronounce it?
Shrewsbury.
Or is it Shrewsbury? Or Shrewsbury? We're at Ludlow, where as we pulled in, Vicky said...
John Bitchman called Ludlow probably the loveliest place in England.
How many listed buildings are there in Ludlow?
About 500.
Maximum quaintness.
Maximum quaintness.
Today everything is just maximum. We have a friend called Anthony, if he's watching this right now, that's like his favourite word.
No, we have to say it like Anthony.
Maximum! So Vicky,
yes?
I've got a Ludlow challenge for you.
Okay.
This is the maximum quaintness challenge. I'm trained in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
In 10 minutes and you're going to run back. Oh, look at that lovely tunnel. Can you go and get me 10 1 second shots of anything in random? Sorry, of anything that's a bit random in Ludlow.
And quaint.
And quaint. But you've only got 9 minutes to do this.
What platform do I need to be back
The
on?
other one.
Can you hold this? and my phone and ticket.
Right. Vicky's going to do this in 9 minutes,
okay.
And then our video editors are going to put together a 10-second montage of 10 1-second clips.
Don't stop.
Go!
Stop talking. Give me the camera. That's 4. I don't think Tesco's counts. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that's a crane. That's not quaint. I went for the crane because I have to go back. I got the welcome to Ludlow sign, I don't know if that's cheating, but that would be number 8. Got to 8.
You got 8?
Yeah.
That's not 10, is it?
But I haven't finished yet. Flowers are quaint, right?
Have you got 9?
Yeah. I will find one more thing.
Can I just tell you something hilarious?
Yes.
So at the moment, there's a very, current climate and all that, there's a very important security message going out across the whole National Rail network about if you see something suspicious, and there's this phrase they've introduced, see it, say it. Actually, you know what, I thought it was
You're cutting into my valuable finding a tent thing time.
The 10th thing could be the train arriving. There's a thing at the moment, it's called see it, say it. Actually, I thought it was see it, say it, sorted. That would make more sense, but it's actually see it, say it, sorted, which kind of makes no sense.
Oh,
I know.
I did not get that.
But the best bit is that here at Ludlow, they're doing platform announcements in English and Welsh. So I just heard the Welsh for whatever see it, say it, sorted is. So I know, I want to get it on camera.
I think that counts as 10. I think I completed the maximum quaint challenge. Having successfully completed my maximum quaint challenge at Ludlow, we were approached by a man asking what on earth we were doing, and that man is Matt. And it turns out that Matt, well, tell us a little bit. What is your job? What do you do?
We help design and build railways.
So when you're building new infrastructure on the railways or redesigning old stations, what sorts of things do you have to take into consideration?
The key consideration probably now is access for all and allowing disability users, disabled users, whether that's visually impaired or physically impaired, to access all areas of the station and to be able to hear announcements on PA systems.
So there's a famous phrase, what did the Victorians do for us? Is there anything you think the Victorians potentially did better than we do now, or things that we've learnt and advanced upon from the Victorians?
So obviously the challenges are very different. The frequency of trains, we're not using steam anymore, etc, etc. But what personally I feel that the Victorians did very well was they standardised their design. So if you go from London to Bristol, all the stations at the Cotswold line, they're all built on the same template, but just different modules added to it.
Last week, as you all know, we were at Bromsgrove Station, and Matt, you know a little bit about that station. Can you tell us something that we missed?
It isn't yet electrified,
Okay.
which it will be, and there'll be a return service backwards and forwards to Birmingham, I think starting New Year 2018, after electrification over the Christmas period. There is also depicted on the floor layout and using the station building and the bicycle shelter,
Yes, we saw that.
depicts a man holding 2 barrels, which isn't necessarily glaringly obvious to somebody who's at ground level, let's say. The body and the head are all in the tactile paving,
Okay.
which is on the forecourt, but it's all covered by the canopy, which is depicted by that very badly drawn sketch.
Matt, I have a question. Do you like trains?
They're very convenient at times, but sometimes they are not, depending on which route you travel.
So where are you heading now? You're going
Newport.
to... Okay. Wales. Abergavenny, our first proper Welsh station. We're at Newport, and I am heading to Newport Transporter Bridge, where a lovely taxi driver is taking me there. We're in Wales. There it is. So that is the Newport Transporter Bridge. It was built in 1906. It's one of only a few left in the country, and the reason that they built it here at Newport is because of the depth and the positioning of the river and the crossing here. To build a normal bridge, they would have had to have a really long lead-in ramp, which was impractical in this location. So that's why we have the Transporter Bridge. You can go up.
Yeah, if you want to.
This is our lovely taxi driver.
I've been enjoying here, a lot of enjoying there.
Great.
Yeah.
So you can walk right up to the top?
Yeah, ask the man there.
Okay.
Go up there and you can make a movie, beautiful pictures or
Okay.
everything.
You don't mind waiting?
Yeah, okay.
So it looks like they swung the gondola, I think the gentleman called it downstairs, across the river for one person. Brilliant. It's an absolutely incredible view. You can actually walk all the way across and down the other side, as well as getting the bridge itself back and forth. But I'm just going to go back down the stairs because the taxi's waiting. There is, of course, the remains of an old castle in Newport, and Jeff and I are a little bit worried that we may be visiting too many castles. Castles was the main way to protect and govern across the land, so there are a lot of them in the country. Another castle. Tick. Jeff doesn't know I'm doing this. We're back at Newport to pick up the train to Cheltenham Spa. Newport, or as the Welsh would say, Cheltenham.
Is it a pacer or a sprinter?
Sprinter. Cheltenham, Newport. We have to say a big thank you to Alex Clark for creating an amazing Welsh pronunciation guide. And so next week, when we're full on Wales, we will definitely be using this a lot. Thank you, Alex.
Welcome aboard.
Cyffordd Twnnel Hafren. Sorry, Wales.
7 estuary off to our right. This has been fabulous views heading up from Newport to Gloucester. Fabulous, fabulous views. At Cheltenham Spa, we're going one stop to Ashchurch from Tewkesbury. Slightly awkward station. When we get there, there's no train back for 3 hours. So we're then going to get a taxi back here to Cheltenham Spa to hopefully make the train the next connection. So it's a taxi. And we might not make it.
Not with that attitude.
Now with that, not with maximum attitude.
Maximum attitude.
Maximum taxi-age. Yeah. And it's broken. We need to go one stop to Ashchurch, where trains are every 4 hours. We're going to get a taxi back. They're saying there's problems with the engine. If it doesn't leave in the next 2 minutes, it's 1:58. We're not going to make it back in time. That's 3 days in a row the railway's broken.
What the staff have said is that this train's not working. There's a fault with the train of some kind, but the Nottingham train, which is behind this one, is going to make an additional stop at Ashchurch. So we're going to do it because it's so awkward to get to, and risk not making a connection later.
So at Ashchurch, the plan was to get a taxi to Cheltenham in like 20 minutes.
I took a picture of the taxi man.
But we got it anyway. It was a kind of taxi rank where there had been no taxis. So there was no taxi at Ashchurch anyway. And just as we're standing there thinking, should we Google a taxi number? A bus turns up.
Hey.
Seeing as we're going to miss the train anyway, we thought we'd save money. Bus was taking forever, so much so we're going to miss even the next train. We've bowed at Tewkesbury. I do not know where Tewkesbury is, and we've got to find a taxi instead to take us to Cheltenham. Dave, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you.
See you then.
You were great.
Right.
Cheers, mate. We're back at Cheltenham. And the train that we want to catch is cancelled because our unit, which failed on the way up, is the one that should now be making the return journey. So that's why there's no 15:33.
Okay.
It looks like we're here for an hour, and then we go to Gloucester, and then we make our way down to Bristol on a stopper from Gloucester. So we're going to miss out 3 stations, which we should have done today. So we'll do them tomorrow instead, and then we'll add 2 hours to our day tomorrow. Assuming nothing goes wrong tomorrow. Sometimes I think when a train can save you time. There's a thanks cross country for being late. That will get us to Gloucester an hour sooner.
You caused quite a commotion in the station.
Why?
By me shouting my name.
Yeah, because it's leaving now.
Like my life depended on it.
Well, look, we got it with 10 seconds to spare.
Well, yeah, it's not platform nor 3/4.
So we're at Gloucester, where people keep telling us that it has the longest platform. I think it does. How long is that platform?
It's really long.
You ready?
I am ready.
On your marks.
Yep.
Get set.
Yep.
Go. And I'm pressing stop. If you take my phone,
Yeah.
how long, without looking, how long
Yeah.
do you think that took?
3.5 minutes.
Now have a look.
6 minutes.
And
21 seconds.
to walk. But its platform was 1 and 2.
So technically, is that 2 platforms?
But it's 1 physical platform.
Which, when we were at Colchester, they weren't. It wasn't continuous like this, was it?
No.
Or in the same way, it wasn't continuous.
But I think Gloucester wins the award for longest platform.
I would concur vehemently.
Maximum length.
maximum platform.
Finally at 5:10, half an hour late, 1.5 because of the failed train. 3 stations missed, which we'll pick up tomorrow. We're leaving Gloucester, and we'll get to Bristol. Farewell.
That wasn't a very good ending, was it?
It wasn't a very good ending.
We want a better ending.
This is our better ending.
Yay!
This is our way of saying, although there's been 3 days of delays on the trot, we're still feeling all trained up.
Look at Bristol Temple Meads. It's amazing.
We'll leave you with a maximum shot.
Maximum Bristol.
Maximum Bristol. Will says he wants more shots like this.
That's my turn. Is the mic on?
The mic is on. Wait for the cement mixer. Day 46, 21st June. Longest day of the year.